Hello and welcome to 147, the second ever episode of the web series that nobody knows about apart from you, viewer. I'm Luke Goddy, and joining me as always is Dan Wade. Dan, flat cap in tow this week.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get into the sporting vibe. Feel like
Mm-hmm.
a flat cap is the gentleman's sporting attire.
Mm-hmm.
Golf, snooker, only two
I
gentlemen
reckon they used to
sports.
box in it. I reckon,
Polo,
like, yeah,
boxing.
boxing, definitely. It's a gentleman's beret, if you will. We're hot off the heels of the Snooker World Championships final, where Ronnie absolutely whooped Judd Trump. And we've been waiting for it for years. Ronnie O'Sullivan is now a 7-time world champion.
Stephen Hendry said it though. When you get seven, you want to beat the record. You don't want to share the record. And he said it in his speech, didn't he? At the end, for a year, he's going to want it now. He's going to get eight.
He says it's
No,
like
like him
crack,
get nine.
didn't he? Did he say it's like crack and he's going to find himself on the streets? He's going to be on his knees trying to get himself that number 8. Is that what he said? Twice Hazel at
Number
that
8
slide.
ball. Number 8 ball.
I'm sure we'll get to very interesting analytics on the actual final itself. But first of all, bit
I don't
weird
think we will. I think we were just anecdotes about.
bit weird how long Ronnie embraced Judd Trump at the end of the when he won. It was almost like,
it was
when
long.
you're drunk and someone's annoying and they're hugging you and you're trying to be a bit too emotional, and it's like, mate, you've won your 7th, but I've just lost the final. I'm a bit
You
annoyed.
want to just piss off, leave me alone.
Piss off, leave me alone. What are you drinking there? Goodness me. What are you bringing up a beaker?
I've got my sippy cup.
So let's get to the final itself then. I think some eagle-eyed viewers will be aware that there was never no semi-final episode between us. We weren't meant to do that.
We were. What happened, Luke?
Well, they're going to come to realise we don't really keep our promises. We're so bad at we're so bad at over-promising and
I was
delivering.
waiting.
Yeah. Let's get to the final then, Dan. Ronnie, as always, so far in this tournament, now it's finished for the whole tournament, starts exceptionally fast. And it was only in the 3rd session was the first time he'd lost a session of snooker over the 2 weeks. That's so
Crazy,
impressive.
right?
He's a freight train.
He's a human, Luke.
Yeah. Have you seen Unstoppable?
I think what you're thinking of. Yes, I was about breaching, but what are you drinking there? Is that a beaker?
Tracy.
What's with this 1 ear in, 1 ear out malarkey, by the way?
My frustration's got the better of me, and I snapped it.
Oh,
got very angry.
Temper.
Very angry.
What, when Judd Trump made that bit of a comeback?
Well, to be like you said,
all mad.
Like I wanted a bit of a contest. Do you know what I mean? But as long as it finishes before 9 and Ronnie wins, yeah, I don't want it dragged out too far. Everyone would work the next morning.
I was thinking, I think Judd had just won the 13th, and Ronnie was still maybe just won the 17th when it went to the mid-session. Maybe it was that coming back after mid-session.
Right.
And I was thinking, if somebody asked me the question, do I have any doubt that Ronnie would win at that point? I was sort of weighing up that question in my mind, because regardless of how badly Ronnie's playing, I still think when he's won away and there's a course of Judd Trump needed 5 frames, I still bank Ronnie to get at least 1.
Yeah, I think it was the ebb and flow. Like, I don't think Ronnie actually ever seemed nervous. Maybe the last frame he took his time a little bit more with the shots and pondered them a little bit more, but he doesn't seem nervous.
What you could really notice, I thought, was the difference in, and it was interesting because I watched did you watch it? The interview on Talk Sport with John Higgins and Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Oh, so a bit of it. When Higgins, this is from a few years ago, isn't it? When Higgins is bold.
Yeah.
Cancer Higgins.
Cancer
Higgins. As we discussed last week.
And they were saying, he's really enjoying being on the circuit. Still, Ronnie was saying this, and playing against the youngsters, because he's saying, now we take our time, we don't go for the shots that we would have done, but when you're young, you're just so aggressive, you're attacking them all the time, you want them. And then watching that final, I could really see that there were some choices of shots that Judd made that he failed on, and some long reds that were very aggressive, and that, towards the end he did start to get them, but early doors he wasn't getting, that Ronnie wasn't taking.
Mm.
We've all seen Ronnie take, we know Ronnie can pot long reds. We know he can do them, but he wasn't taking some of them. He was playing more cautiously, and I could really see what he was saying from that interview, which I quite liked. But he
Yeah,
felt very composed. I suppose that's what it comes down to, isn't it?
I think what the confidence oozed out of him because I think there was a realization from Ronnie that he had the better of Judd in the safety game.
Yeah.
And Judd, honestly, in the last 5 years, has come on leaps and bounds in his safety play. He really has, and credit to him. But Ronnie had the measure of him in
But
all
you
the
wouldn't say
safety
Judd Trump is
exchanges.
a safety player, is he?
No, no, obviously, and he never was. But now his safety play is
Yeah.
above average, and he's obviously his break building is exceptional. But Ronnie definitely felt like he had the better of him, and even towards the end of when he was closing it out, he had a few possible chances, and he wasn't playing recklessly. Like, Judd got back into the game from playing well. I don't think
Hmm.
Ronnie ever played bad all
Yeah.
tournament, to be honest.
No, I think that's a fair comment.
Speaking of watching Ronnie on YouTube, I watched he did a little thing with ESPN where his 5 minute 147, 5 minute 20 seconds. He
Talking
was
about it.
watching that back over the top, and he was being so critical of himself, saying he's taking
Really?
shot. He says I think he was on 8 seconds per shot, which is just crazy fast. Ronnie says now he doesn't like to dip below 16. He was
Take
complaining
his
about
time
some
with
of
it.
his shots. But yeah, it just seems very at
They've
ease, very zen. And I saw a bit of tabloid. Apparently, he's split from his partner, 10-year
yeah.
fiance. Apparently,
Oh.
um, and I don't know Ronnie. I do like Ronnie, but he's very much about. He does save face and puts on a performance sometimes. And this whole persona of, oh, I'm really happy now. But he kept alluding to something in his personal life has shifted, and he kept talking about that. I don't know if that was like an outward projection, sort of.
Okay. It was nice because when I've spoken to like my mum and stuff, they're like, "Oh yeah, Ronnie Sullivan, he's great, but he's a
Get
terrible dad."
Debs on one. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. She's not a yeah. Go
And
on.
I think the sort of middle-aged mum brigade would think that,
Yeah.
and actually, sort of unable to see past this talent. And actually, it was quite nice to see him embrace the final with his kids and be like, "Yeah, he is a good dad." So fuck you.
What did you say about Ronnie's son?
Oh, well, he's a bit of a looker, isn't he? I
No,
could give
I
Brooklyn
didn't think this at
Brooklyn Beckham a run
all.
for his money.
I
Oh,
didn't
I
think this at
think we're out of
all.
touch. You haven't got any young kids, and your sisters.
I'm glad you haven't. um,
No, as in, yeah, I think my sister would fancy him,
was he not
but
a
she is
bit?
blind.
He looked a little sort of Persian, which is not. It's not a criticism. It's more a
Didn't
comment.
say didn't say it was.
As in, from complexion, you wouldn't massively put him with Ronnie, would you?
I was thinking about making a cat joke. Wasn't contemplating the racial implications of it. Why would you think that?
Thank God you didn't. um,
What? Make the joke. Meow.
well, a bit odd doing this in reverse order, but I think we should give a bit of credence to the semi-finals because the Trump Williams semi-final was magnificent. Probably the game
I
of the
didn't see
tournament.
it. You saw it, not I.
Ridiculous. Well, what did you see? We can talk about that. Did you see MasterChef the other night?
No, I saw a bit of who did Ronnie play?
Higgins.
Oh, I saw a bit of that. Did I?
Good old Higgins. Higgins wasn't very good.
No, I don't even think I saw that. Oh no, I didn't see any semi-final. That's
Thank God
right.
we didn't
I
do the
saw some of,
semi-final podcast.
I saw some of the final with Judd. I saw Ronnie absolutely hammer him. I saw him in the evening session on the
He
Sunday.
got to the table. Yeah. What?
So you tell me about the semi-final.
Well, no, we won't leave it there because
No,
we know who both advanced. Well, basically, Trump was 7-1 up on Mark the Kebab Williams, and that alludes to the fact that Mark Williams, before his loss to Ronnie, was it at the UK Champs last year? It was
last
something
year.
like that.
Yeah,
He had a
before,
doner
wasn't it,
kebab right before a morning session, before a 10 a.m. or 10:30, whatever it is.
When he a bit
morning
drunk and all,
session.
doing a few jars.
Well, that's laborious. But he was 7-1 down, and he came all the way back to actually lead, and he was 16-15 up.
And then Judd banged him in.
Then Judd won. Which was really interesting because I know Ronnie spoke a lot recently about this class of 92 and the old guard very much still there and at the top of the game. All that said, though, can you really see Mark Williams or John Higgins winning another World Champs? We'll come into it later because we're going to do a little bit of betting chat on this week's episode. And I'm looking at the odds for 2023. And Higgins and Williams are there, but I'm just thinking, can you really see them lifting another one when you've still got the likes of Robertson, Selby, Trump? Like,
8 years ago, yeah,
well,
which
yeah.
is
Well,
maybe
actually,
even
Williams won.
6 years ago.
Williams won. Didn't he win one about 3 years ago? He did, didn't he?
Yeah,
Williams did.
I just feel Williams seems to have had a bit of a renaissance, but I definitely think John Higgins seems to have lost his edge. I think I can't remember if we said it last time or if we said it off air,
He's
but
lost his curves.
he always felt to me a bit of an unstoppable four. No, an immovable object. I always felt he was that immovable object because he was so heavy.
Yeah.
But now he's no. But I feel like he's sort of lost that ruthlessness, and I still think he can do what do they call it when you the French term for an execution?
What? A guillotine? What are you talking about?
I can't remember. There's a phrase. I still feel he can deliver
C'est la vie,
crushing
Dan. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. The comme si comme ça. But I don't think he's a threat anymore.
Okay. Anyway, congratulations on John to make it to the semi-finals. The last one. Well, we mentioned that we're going to do this 3 times a year, but I'm very much tempted to pick this up periodically. We'll do like the Welsh Open, or we'll chuck some fun in, because we will go to an event this year. Obviously, the season's wound down now, and they have the summer off. But we'll make sure to get ourselves to an event, and we'll probably
quite expensive tickets, but it's good of you.
A live episode. We spoke last week about celebrities, Dan, that are into snooker. So I've got a little game for you if you want.
Oh, all right, okay.
Do you think it's a good balance that we talk about snooker for about 7 minutes and then do stupid shit for 23? Is that good balance?
23. Ambitious.
Okay, so I'm going to name 3 celebrities. You have to tell me which one isn't a public facing snooker fan. So as in they haven't said the snooker fan, who's to say, you know. Right, first one, who isn't a snooker fan?
Okay.
These
You're
are
going to come up with a better title or ring theme? Ring theme?
Was that theme tune and ringtone? What was that combined? Yeah. What's that called? A portmanteau? Is that the French phrase you wanted? So, is it either Jeremy Kyle? Jeremy Kyle of daytime TV fame, as contestants kill themselves.
You said that weirdly.
Contestant?
Jeremy Kyle. Like you said that as if it was 2 names.
Yeah, I was expecting Jeremy Clarkson. Kyle. In my head, I had Clarkson.
It didn't sound like you meant to say the word Kyle there.
Back off. Jeremy Kyle, not twice. That's just A again. Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
Steve Davis.
On you. Who isn't?
And your answer is? Who can you imagine least?
Lionel Richie. Surely it's Lionel Richie.
Correct. Well done, Dan. Very good.
Have you even heard of snooker?
Your next 3. Your next 3. Couldn't put it on the ceiling. Ronnie Wood.
Yeah.
Richard Osman.
Yeah.
His Holiness Archbishop Desmond Tutu.
Is it by chance? Oh, tough one. Ronnie.
I thought you were an impression then.
Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Is it C? Desmond Tutu.
That is correct. And finally,
can you put a link in the bio, by the way, for the YouTube song where the song is "Don't Mess with My Tutu," and it's a sort of 3-minute video clip of pictures of Desmond Tutu.
Why don't I just recommend it in this video? I'll put it as a recommendation as we close off here.
You.
And finally, Andy Murray.
Yeah.
Stephen Fry.
Serena Wood. Yeah.
And
tennis podcast.
And the general from Tesh's Castle.
These are people who publicly declared they're into snooker.
Snooker is taking off in China, but is it Japan? That's the question. Who are you going for?
Is it big in Japan?
So yeah, obviously that is the general from Tesh's Castle. I can't remember if it's called the General. I think it's called the General. You know the bit at the end where they have to shoot each other with water guns and it makes the papers split. God, what a TV show that was. Exceptional stuff.
Just listen back to what you said then. To somebody who doesn't know, they don't know.
Yeah, good point. Me talking about wet paper is not going to suddenly make some remember that, are they? Have you got any more takeaways then
Fizzled out there.
from? Have you, have you got any more takeaways then from the World Champs? Obviously, it's at the Crucible. There's been quite a few murmurs of should we take it away from Sheffield? Um,
I liked how Judge Trump said he reneged on his backstabbing
mm.
twattishness by saying it should go out. But I don't like it. These youngsters thinking, up and coming, upshot. Tradition. Surely it's the premier, the premium,
It's the Mecca of snooker, Dan.
the Mecca of snooker. But surely, yeah. No, I
It's
definitely
funny
think
that
it's
because in
great.
Sheffield, you're probably not far from a Mecca bingo with the
I thought it was.
socioeconomic class of Sheffield. Lovely city. I can sort of see the point though of maybe not just moving it around more. I guess I don't see the point going to Ali Pali because Ali Pali's got the Masters,
Yeah.
so the Masters works there. It's a 1 week event.
Isn't it nice though that it's one of the few events that isn't in the south?
Yeah, 100%. Well, this is the thing when you look at. I was looking at where it could potentially go. And it's a lot of depressing places. When you watch like the English Open or these other events like the Champions of Champions and Premier League and all that stuff, they're always in like Milton Keynes or Preston or Coventry. Like, do you know what I
Working
mean?
men.
It's where they are.
Yeah.
And the ones in Wales are always in like the horrible place like Newport and stuff. It's just that's just kind of where it is. Snooker knows its level.
Yeah, it's grime.
It's,
A little
it's
bit of bump and grime.
so you're just to get you on record, then you're wholly against the idea of moving it.
It is, and Barry Hearn agrees with me. So, also, did you see the bit where Barry Hearn was like, "And I've left it in my will to my son, and he ain't going to change it."
Well, Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn's a bit of a slimy guy. I
All
don't
right.
mind Eddie Hearn. He's a boxing promoter.
Is he?
Yeah, Anthony Joshua's and Canelo now actually. So he's Eddie Hearn's doing very well for himself, but he is a bit of a It's not exactly trustworthy. I wouldn't really want it in his hands.
Oh,
Right
he
down.
looks awful.
But
Unless that's a Madame Tussauds
he's quite
picture,
well
but it's
known.
weird.
If you're a boxing fan, you know who he is definitely. So you've embarrassed yourself there, Dan. Shut yourself up. Okay, Dan. Let's get to
He's very
best.
fat compared to Anthony Joshua.
He's not fat, Eddie Hearn. He's
Compared to
quite
Anthony
tall.
Joshua. Compared, yeah, he is actually. Unless Anthony Joshua is very far away in this picture.
Yeah, that's it.
Perspective could be out.
It's on Eddie's rider. It says any photos, you must
I
be
don't
at
know. Is
least.
he gay?
Yeah. We were quite critical of the commentary booth last week, taking a few swings. Actually, thinking about that, we both had a sort of a moment of realization. We're probably a
We
little bit
did.
harsh on Hendry.
Yeah, he's been very dignified in losing his record,
Yeah.
and yeah, I come to respect the man.
I used to think he was the Michael Owen of snooker, where he's like just dull as dishwater as a personality, like incredibly boring. But he's not. He's much more relaxed. He was definitely. It took a while for him to lose that competitive edge. Like he
Yeah,
was so competitive driven, and he's softened a bit more now. You can see he's having more of a good time commentating
I don't
and
know if
talking about the
it's
sport.
just the black hole of Steve Davis is
Oh,
becoming worse.
goodness me.
So comparably, he's gotten better.
Hmm. Yeah, no, sorry, I was thinking of a mental joke then, but really not the platform to be doing them. To be fair, if
Black
a
hole
YouTube
jokes.
video with 5 views is not the platform to be doing these jokes, what is? Get me on a Twitch feed.
Who are the 5 views?
Uh, you got 5 months, have you? Oh yeah. So anyway, we're a bit
I've got
critical.
5 dads.
Oh no, that was what I was going to say. Henry definitely seems like he understands that Ronnie's better than him, and we've held
Yeah.
this judgment against Henry because, as far as I'm concerned, I'm relaxed now. For me, Ronnie was always the best player, even when he had 4 championships, 5 championships. It didn't matter. But now he's got 7. I don't think anyone can actually argue against him because it's the only thing people had on the other argument was, oh, well, Henry's won more world championships in a much less competitive era, playing
Yeah.
much more redundant snooker. But whatever.
Over a lot shorter period of time when you were young.
Yeah.
To keep that, I know he's ebbed and flowed, but he's always been a presence for the last 30 years.
Hmm. Yeah. No, 100%. And sorry, I'm absolutely thrown by the fact that our Zoom's running out in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I thought that.
When's our Zoom ever run out, ever?
Must have changed it.
It must have
Anyway,
changed it. Money grabbers.
Yeah, I definitely think Ronnie's got more in him though, still, on that performance. And
Yeah, it seems content. He seems happy to play for longer. I don't see a.
although I do feel the lifespan of the snooker player is increasing.
Yeah, like most sports as well, like American football, with
Didn't
Tom
know.
Brady, and
Didn't
I'm
know.
about to say golf, but golf you can go into your cartilage goes in your knees. Like golf, you can go forever. But yeah, that is very much
Golf
the case.
cartilage.
Let's jump on to. We talked about critical people in the commentary booth. Let's jump on to people that we think could make that transition. Who have you got for me, Dan?
Right.
Current players.
I have got.
Because obviously this comes up on the
Tao.
news that Dan broke last week on the show. Dan breaking news on 147 that
Dun,
John
dun,
Virgo
dun.
and Dennis Taylor are about to be ousted and punted out of the commentary booth.
I don't know. Can we sort of write to the BBC? Is there some sort of petition we can sign to stop that?
No.
Okay.
Go in there quickly. Who are you people?
Where's he gone?
I'll go. So I think a big thing of this is the BBC. They like to have that demographics. They like to have the strong, broad accents from different regions. So I've gone for Barry Hawkins. Barry Hawkins as the Welsh representative.
Barry Hawkins.
I can definitely see Barry. I've never heard him speak.
Which was the one who said I fucking hate playing at the Crucible?
Maguire.
Oh yeah.
You're going for him all. Maguire in his strong Scottish accent. He said, I can't stand.
I don't like playing it there. Can't stand that.
Pretty much. I do like Stephen Maguire. He's definitely a wreckhead though. Goodness me.
Aren't they all a bit?
He definitely hustles people for money. Do you know what I mean? Playing pool. 1,000,000%. Yeah. Pool. Have you got any more, Dan?
Yeah, Selby.
The none you've said so far.
Selby wants to be there, doesn't he?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just hogging for it.
He's absolutely gopping to get on that mic. Oh, I can't stand it.
Let me tell you about the technicality.
Scottish as well. Mark, you've developed quite a strong. Whereabouts in Scotland is that from?
Leicester.
No in particular. Anyone else?
Can you name a Leicester accent?
That's just sort of annoying, isn't it? Like, is it like a nasally brummy? It's just a guess.
Hello. I'm Mark Selby. I don't high five people.
Just quickly tell his story then of your high five.
No, we've got to move on. We ain't got time.
Right, have you got any more for in the booth?
Kyron Wilson. Kyron Wilson will be there, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. If his chin manages to stay on his face, otherwise he will lose the ability to speak using those jaw muscles. But yeah, his chin at the moment he's very much on his face. But stay with that story. I have got so much written down on a piece of paper, and nowhere does it say Kyron Wilson chin falling off his face. Should I leave that? All right, Dan, we're coming to my game. It's the nickname game. Now,
I haven't come up with the game.
I started to look for these, and this is incredibly fruitful, this avenue. Okay. So I'm going to name a player. I'm going to give you 3 potential nicknames. One of them is his actual nickname. 2 of them are wrong.
6 minutes.
Yeah, I know. 2 of them are wrong. Okay? These nicknames are sensational. Not these ones, the ones that I've got coming up later on in the episode. Okay. The first one is Nigel Bond.
Okay. Yeah. Did you see he was in the crowd? Oh no, what? He wasn't.
No, that's Jenny.
No. Nigel Bond and Virgo goes 007 license to thrill. Nigel Bond's in the crowd with you.
Here we go. So is his nickname Nigel Potted Not Stirred Bond?
Yeah.
Nigel 00147 Bond.
Oh, yeah.
Nigel, a woman, whack your knickers off, Bond. Which one is it?
Is it the last one?
Well, I was trying to think of a pun with Jaws, like out of the Jaws. Jaws from Bond and Jaws on a pocket.
So what are the first 2?
No, just give me your answer. We don't have friggin' time.
I'll go second.
Correct. Okay, next one is Matthew Couch. Me neither. Okay. So, is it Matthew keeps them sat down, couch.
Yeah.
Matthew the potato, couch.
That
Or,
wouldn't work.
or the couchinator.
I hope it's the last one. That's my answer. I
It
was thinking
is.
of it.
It is
Is
the
it?
last one. How shite is that?
The couchinator.
The Daninator. Okay, Timo. No, this is Joe Davis. This is the man that apparently registered
no.
the first 147 that Ronnie likes as and reads his books or whatever on it. Snooker. Here we are. Is it Joe Davis? Is his nickname Mr. Snooker?
Right.
The Sultan of Snooker.
I
Or,
know what I want mine to be.
or,
The Sand King.
or Emperor of Pot.
Oh God, it's got to be the Emperor of Pot.
It's all of them. These are all. The Sultan. He has no ties to the Middle East at all, from what I can make out.
Wow, you're the first person to get 147. How would you like to? You will call me the Sultan.
Right, let's move into the final one. So we got Ding Zhongwei.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ready? Is it A, pot noodle? B, can I order a 1, a 4, and a number 7? Or is it pork at me?
There's the last one again.
You knew I was going to do something like that. You must have known. Right,
Yeah.
what's your answer? Quickly, because we're going to have to go to the final bit.
The second one.
No, it's pot noodle, obviously. Right. So finally, to round out the show, we're going to look at the betting odds.
Trying.
We're going to look at the betting odds for snooker World Championships next year.
Got it up, have you?
Well, it was up. It's just not letting me refresh the page. So just
Shall I give you the top 10 while you're doing this? So the top 10 currently standing rankings.
Go
live
from 10
position.
To 1. Go from 10 to 1.
10 to 1. In 10 to 1, we have Jack Lasowski. He's there. Sean Murphy.
Yeah.
Coming in hot
really
at
hurry up.
number
You have
8
to massively hurry
is
up.
Kyron Wilson.
Quick.
Coming in hot
Rattle
behind
them.
him. 7th is Kyron Wilson. Number 6, Xiao Xingtong. Number 5, John Higgins. Number 4,
Number 6
Neil
again.
Robinson. Number 3, Mark Selby. Number 2, Judd Trump. And right at the top,
I don't think they've been
it's
rated.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
I don't think they've been updated. I'm not sure if they've been updated. Okay.
Generated on the 2nd of May.
So, fair enough. Right, here we go. This is the betting odds, and we have to bet on one of them. So, we've got Ronnie at 4 to 1, Judd Trump just behind him at 9 to 2, then Robertson 5 to 1, Selby 7 to 1, Higgins 10 to 1, Karen Wilson 16 to 1, Mark Williams 20 to 1. I don't think there's much else worth it, really. We've got Bingham and Murphy.
Do you know what Bingham's? Isn't he called Ball Run? But he is called Ball Run Bingham. He should have called him Bingham where he pings
him. Right, we're massive run out of time. I kind of almost want to record this again. Can we record this again?
No, you put an evening planned.
So we've got about a minute left.
Okay, I want to bet. Well, I've got to bet.
Horrendous.
How much are you betting? 20 quid?
Sure, put 20 quid on. Who do you want to max bet? Let's max
Ronnie.
bet someone.
Back,
we've
boy.
We've only got 4 to 1 on him, though. Do you want to take him later in the year?
All right.
Right, the maximum bet is 625 quid. Do you want me to put it on?
Yeah, I'm not giving you anything for it.
So we'll make that from the podcast. Right, Dan, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a joy.
We'll be back at some point between now and November.
So keep your eyes peeled.